What's up, guys? Just woke up. Here's my UFC Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone recap. Also BKFC. I was too tired last night to do it, so I just decided to wake up nice and early and get it done. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, please, if you're new, and if you're coming back. Comment down below, tell me what you think of everything. Sorry, I'm like half asleep. Okay, main event. Song Yadong TKO's Ricky Simone in the 5th round. About a minute in. Yeah, Song Yadong looked really good. I was completely wrong on this fight. Ricky Simone was not able to really implement his wrestling on Song Yadong. Song was super quick in the scrambles, and also he could keep up with him. If Ricky tried to take it deep, like go to a single leg to a double to a body lock, he tried to transition to all these different takedowns, and Song just shut him down, man. He's athletic, he's quick, he's got big power. So yeah, the wrestling, Song Yadong really impressed me. The stand-up, yeah, Ricky Simone, in the first round, he comes out fainting, and he looks a lot more confident. But after the headbutt, and he felt that he couldn't take Song down, seemed like he got a lot less sure on the feet. He wasn't willing to feint, really commit to feinting, stepping in. When he was attacking, he was kind of just blitzing in and trying to catch Song off guard. His jab was nice. He was jabbing Song up, but it was just like a jab. It wasn't a feint jab to the body, head. He was just throwing head punches. He was just really, really nervous about getting knocked out, I think. And I think after the second round, he probably didn't remember what happened because he got headbutted and then he got hit with a right hand and dropped. But he was looking pretty good for the most part. Just trying to stay safe, in my opinion. He wasn't really sure what to do on the feet, and that's not his fault. It's honestly just probably the coaching. They didn't really it seems like he hasn't learned how to put his strikes and takedowns together against someone who has big power. He's been doing it against guys who are a little less dangerous on the feet, but against Song, it's tough because Song is very powerful, and he also has good cardio. I said that too. I said he had good cardio, and I said Ricky Simone gets hit with right hands, but it was actually a clean left hook that Song Yadong kept catching him with. The first one in the 4th round before the end, Ricky Simone again trying to extend combinations, but he's just blitzing in a straight line with very little setups and just shifting stances with his head right there in the center. Song Yadong just backed up, and timed it. Beautiful left hook over the top. And then finally in the 5th round, they have a combination. They trade some punches, and then right at the end, after Ricky throws his right hand and he tries to throw a jab, squared up with his chin right there, he just gets knocked silly with the left hook. He didn't go out, but yeah, it was over. So I got that one wrong. I was picking Ricky Simone, but Song Yadong. So I'm 0-4 in main events. Awesome. And Song Yadong, man, he looked really good. So we're going to see what's next for him. He called out Cheeto. I mean, I think he can beat Cheeto again, especially if his cardio is better. All right, co-main event. Kyle Baralho defeats Mikhail Oleksiejczuk by submission, rear naked choke. Yeah, I called this one. I just knew it. Mikhail's a really good boxer, and he's super aggressive, and he's got good takedown defense when he's not too tired. But I just figured Kyle Baralho, being a southpaw, he was gonna have a lot more. How do I say this? He was going to have a lot more easier time dealing with the left hand, and he had a game plan for it. You see, he was shelling up and trying to shoulder roll the why am I fucking slurring? Trying to shoulder roll all of the shots off of him, and Yeah, it's just he has a good chin. His chin's in the air, but he got hit and he never got really wobbled. He's very confident. And as soon as Mikhail started slowing down, you could kind of see Bahayo's confidence going back up. And he gets a smooth, I believe, a double leg in the second round. Gets him against the fence. Just works him up and down, works him with the wrist ride, half guard, gets his back, takes him back down, finally gets on the back, gets under the neck, and that's it. And Mikhail is just tired. As soon as he gets taken down, he has trouble getting up. I don't know. He loses his hustle when he gets tired. But anyways, yeah, Kyle Bahayo. Rodolfo Vieira beat Cody Brundage. I picked Rodolfo Vieira. I think most people did. Yeah, Cody Brundage made it risky in a couple seconds. He was just wailing big punches, and Rodolfo Vieira does not respond well to pressure and getting hit. So keep that in mind next time you're picking him. But yeah, Rodolfo Vieira eventually in the second round gets hurt. Or no, in the first round he gets hurt. I don't know. In the second round, he eventually is able to get Cody Brundage down against the cage. And he had his back and he was looking for a choke. And then Cody Brundage gave him the arm triangle on accident. I think he was trying to get up, but he shot his arm up. And then as soon as he did that, Rodolfo just tucked his head. And dude, you can see the look on Cody Brundage's face. Rodolfo Vieira's arm triangle is insane. It probably felt like he was going to die, dude. His face was like, I was like, oh, fuck, been there. Not against Rodolfo Vieira, obviously, but yeah, I felt that. So Cody Brundage, yeah, he's a good fighter, but he's very matchup dependent. They should give Cody Brundage Gerald Meerschaert next. And Rodolfo Vieira, yeah, he survived, weathered the storm, and he was able to take it into his world and get a submission. So good shit. I like Rodolfo Vieira. He seems like a nice guy, even though he's a little saucy. Fernando Padilla knocks out Julian Erosa. I mean, what can you say? You can say early stoppage. I'm one of those people. I was pretty mad, but Julian has a history of just getting flatlined. So the ref was obviously thinking about that. And the way he went down, it did look bad, but dude, his eyes were completely clear. He was getting up. Even that second knockdown, he had braced his fall with his hand because he wasn't that hurt. Now you can all say, oh, he would have been knocked out anyway, but we can say that for so many fights, and the guy's come back and won. So don't use that shit just because you bet on Fernando Padilla. Just keep it 100, right? That was an early stoppage, but it doesn't necessarily mean he was going to win. Erosa was going to win, I mean. So Padilla did it. He landed beautiful combinations, really accurate punches. And once he had Erosa hurt, he was just on him against the cage, catching him. He caught him 2 times against the cage, I believe. But yeah, just once he stunned him, he just followed him with flurries like I thought. He had good combinations. And yeah, Juicy just didn't get anything going. I didn't realize how tall Fernie was compared to him, by the way. So keep in mind that Julian Erosa might struggle against people that are the same size as him. And Fernando Padilla, yeah, he looks good. So let's see what happens with him. Okay, Marcos Rogerio de Lima beat Waldo Cortez at Costa. I picked Marcos Rogerio de Lima by submission, but he ended up just kind of dominating Acosta with leg kicks. I didn't even mention that. Yeah. De Lima was just calf kicking Acosta over and over. That fucking looked like it hurt. Credit to Waldo because no matter how many times he got kicked, he was not going to quit. I don't think that dude has quit in him. He's kind of crazy, to be honest. I'm very confident. But yeah, Marcos Rogerio de Lima, calf kicks, decent boxing, good defense, good chin. He slowed down bad in the third round, and his output just dropped. But he was able to keep it together and not really get hurt too bad and initiate takedowns when he needed it. And yeah, he just kind of schooled Acosta, but not a terrible... yeah, it was terrible. Trey Waters defeats Josh Quinlan by decision. So, poor Josh Quinlan. I believe this fight was supposed to be Ange Lusa, which is a short guy who stands in front of people and trades. And instead he got Trey Water, a 6'5" giant counter striker. And Josh Quinlan was not prepared. He's a boxer with a couple kicks, and he is a headhunter. He did not go to the body. He didn't go to the legs. He just tried to burst across space looking for big punches, and it's probably worked for him. And it will work for him against a lot of people, but Against Trey Waters, like, it was just too much distance to try to kind of Mike Tyson your way in there, Robbie Lawler your way in there, even if, um, yeah, he's just kind of heavy footed. He didn't jab to the body. He never double jabbed in. It was just stepping hooks and just trying to look for the knockout shot, basically. And Waters just stayed smart, backed up, countered him easy, right hands, slide back jabs, hooks. He basically just had Josh's timing and just picked him apart. Didn't do any crazy damage to him, didn't rock him too bad. But yeah, Trey Waters just, he put them things on him at the distance, and Josh Quinlan just needs a little bit more subtlety because he's fast and he's big and he's strong. If he just started going to the body, dipping, going to the top, maybe pressuring a little bit more, I think that would help his style. But I think he likes to sit back and he likes to have kickboxing or boxing matches and counter. So it was a tough proposition to go out and chase somebody who's that big and on short notice. So I'm not going to hold it against him too bad, but yeah, that was a tough one. Martin Buday beats Jake Collier by decision. Yeah, Jake Collier came out really fast. Like I said, he's going to look way better than you think, and then he'll slow down and he'll probably end up losing the next two. Basically what happened. Dominated the first round with quick hands, speed. He was so much faster than Buday, and it just didn't matter in the end because his speed was nullified. He kept throwing himself into the clinch, which is Buday's only place where he actually seems to like to be. One thing I'll say, dude, these guys really both should go back and count how many elbows they threw, because I think it's one between both of them. Martin Buday, spending that much time in the clinch and only throwing one elbow is crazy. Buday is the clinch fighter as well, and he had so many times where he was like framing on the head, and it's just like he didn't even try to throw. He didn't even think about it. So interesting and fun. And once he started kneeing Collier to the body in the third round, that's when it kind of changed things, because he caught him right in the sternum, and that'll take the wind out of you. But yeah, Martin Buday, I don't know what he's good at, to be honest with you. I really don't. Not trying to be a dick. I don't know what he likes to do, what his game plan is just to have a 3-round fight or to wing. I don't know. He needs new trainers for sure. And Jake Collier, he needs to go down in weight, but he won't. Cody Durden ragdolls Charles Johnson for the most part and outstrikes him. Yeah, again, this is one I got completely wrong. Good for Cody Durden. He put the, I should have known. But yeah, he put the pace on Charles Johnson and just kept the body lock, kept taking him down, getting the body triangle. And then even on the feet, it's not like Johnson was just schooling him. He was landing good left hooks, landing good counter shots. Johnson just, yeah, he looked like he ran out of ideas, and he was just trying to, he's just a boxer. He's a boxer that likes to pressure forward with small hips, and he's easy to get your hands around. And he's not easy to control, but you can control him, obviously. And you can get his back, and it's just that he doesn't have a whole lot of fight-ending techniques. He doesn't throw a lot of knees or uppercuts up the middle. Yeah, it was just a tough, from now on, I'm going to have to start really scouting these grapplers when they fight him, because apparently it's just a coin flip on what he does. Arina Alexieva beat Stephanie Egger. Yeah, it was I just picked Egger, didn't do any research on it. And Arina Alexieva looks, yeah, she looks fine, I guess. I don't know, it's women's featherweight or whatever. But yeah, she beat her up on the feet and then dropped for a leg lock. And then, yeah, basically, I think straight knee barred her. Yeah, knee bar, that's what it says. Yeah, it was a good knee bar. And yeah, not much to say. Marcus McGee submits Journey Newson after dropping him with a left hand. Yeah, man, Marcus McGee looks like he's like 50, but he moves like he's like 28. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a big guy for bantamweight too, but they were at a catch weight, so we'll see what happens when he goes down to the actual limit and starts fighting better people. But coming in and beating Journey Newson like that, he was pretty much in control the whole time. Journey was nervous, on the back foot. Yeah, I don't want to hate on Journey Newson. He seems like a cool guy, but yeah, it's like he might not be ready for the UFC. He might need to go to the regional scene, clear his head, and work on his skills. But he's a good athlete, so hopefully he figures it out. And then Jamie Lynn Horth pretty much beat Haley Cowan every round. Yeah, bad pick. Just a straight bad pick. She was just body kicking the shit out of Haley Cohen. Haley Cohen threw one of the worst spinning back fist elbow attempts I've ever seen. And I put it on my YouTube. You gotta go watch it. It's fucking hilarious. Um, but yeah, pretty much Jamie Lynn Horth she just outdid her everywhere. She was just a little bit cleaner, a little bit better at all times. And yeah, it's not like, what do you call it? It's not like Haley Cowan has like some crazy sort of like finishing ability. So as soon as you saw that, you kind of realize, it's okay, it's over. Now to the fun stuff. BKFC, Mike Perry breaks Luke Rockhold's teeth out of his mouth. Yeah, Mike Perry, man, he's fucking built for BKFC. He's just crazy tough. His crazy aggression and his power and his flurrying and his big ass hands, big knuckles, big head. Yeah, man. Luke Rockhold came in this, he was looking way bigger. He was circling on the outside, trying to catch Perry coming in with lefts, which he was doing. He was tagging Perry with the straight lefts. And which is funny because you go and watch Rockhold's career, his straight left has never knocked anybody down ever. And I don't say that again, I'm not trying to talk shit. He's just never knocked, his right hook has been his money. But yeah, he was catching Perry. He actually stunned Perry pretty bad in the first round. Had him shook, backed off. Luke tried to capitalize, and then he got stunned with the left hand. And after he got stunned with that left hand, I knew it was over, or it wasn't long, because you could just see his body language and his face change completely. And the thing with Mike Perry is he never changes. He pretty much is the same guy from the first round to the third. He's just a dog. He don't quit on himself. He doesn't seem to overthink anything. He just goes in there and he does what he does. And that's a big skill to have, honestly. That's a really big skill. He doesn't seem to suffer from any crazy neuroticism or anything. He's just G. And yeah, he goes in there in the second round. He just starts pressuring Luke. He just starts pressuring him. Luke is already tired, backing up. And after a couple flurries, they're against the ropes and the ref breaks him. And then Luke starts going like this to his mouth and he's like pointing at his teeth and the ref waves it off. And then Mike Perry is like, why? And then if you've seen the picture after, yeah, Luke Rockhold had all of his teeth. His teeth, dude, are mangled. Like, go look up a picture of Luke Rockhold's teeth. Yeah, dude. I don't blame him for quitting. I don't know how much BKFC is paying, but it can't be enough to just keep getting all your teeth smashed out. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, just get, dude. No, you fuck that. Yeah, people that keep it going, good for them. Like Anthony Smith. But what did he really gain from that? That we all feel bad for him that he got his teeth smashed out? I'd rather be called a pussy and go get my fucking face fixed. Yeah, dude, go look at his teeth. Tell me that you can feel that in your mouth and just be like, yeah, whatever, I don't give a fuck. If you are, then go be a pro fighter because you're a beast. But yeah, Luke Rockhold basically got his teeth smashed and was like, yeah, I'm done. And Mike Perry was happy as fuck. It was pretty wholesome to see Perry that happy, man. And saying he was nervous. And then they faced off with Conor McGregor. But I think Mike Perry was trying to like give him a shout out. But McGregor did not seem like he was interested in that. He seemed like he thought it was a fight promo because he kept saying, I'll fight you. And Mike Perry's like, Cerrone took my arm and you knocked him out, so thank you. I learned a lot from you. And then McGregor's kind of like, yeah, I'll fight you. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's all cool. It was kind of funny. Yeah, I want to see them hang out. I think they'd be cool together. But yeah, Conor McGregor, imagine Conor McGregor at BKFC. I think he'd be pretty good, but I don't know. I'm a fucking, yeah, someone said that dog that got that Perry in him, stupid. Yeah, but anyways, co-main event, Chad Mendes versus Eddie Alvarez. Yeah, they just slugged it out, bro. It was just nice. It was just probably the most technical I've seen. Eddie Alvarez ducking in, coming in with uppercuts, trying to counter with the left hook. Both guys were countering with that clean left hook. Trying to uppercut between the guard. Eddie Alvarez was coming with combinations and trying to keep Chad reactive, and Chad was just coming with big swings. And that was the difference. You saw Eddie was using the smarter punches, just kind of touching him and finding those good moments. But Chad's defense and his his movement was keeping him safe a lot of the time. And Chad's big power, man. He always has that power, bro. He's so fast. And he looks fucking saucy. His traps are eating his head. It's fucking crazy. And yeah, Eddie Alvarez he's the underground king, man. He got dropped in the second round with a huge left hook. And he just got up and just keeps going at it. And then I think he knocked Mendez down in the next round with, I believe, a right uppercut, or is another left hook? It might have been just the night of left hooks. And then in the fifth round, he knocks Chad Mendes down. Chad Mendes gets up and he rushes at Chad Mendes, and then he gets knocked down. It's fun. It's a great fight. So if you're interested in watching like an actual good BKFC fight between two dudes who are tough and they're a little bit more crafty than the average, definitely go watch that one. And the only other one I'm going to talk about is Ben Rothwell versus Josh Copeland. Ben Rothwell is another guy who just looks like he was built for BKFC because he can just bully in. He doesn't have to worry about takedowns, kicks, or anything. He can just put his weight on you and just pound you. And he's got a really solid chin. He's only been KO'd like once or twice in his whole MMA career. And against Josh Copeland, yeah, Josh Copeland had a good idea staying on the outside, but Barnett had the easier job, just walking forward, slowly walking forward, smothering him and landing big shots. He was doing this nasty little whop right on the fucking eyeball punches. I was like, ooh, Ben Rothwell's mean. Ben Rothwell's beat up people in a bar before, guaranteed. But yeah, after the third round, I mean, Copeland was just getting mauled. He wasn't throwing back. He threw like maybe 3 punches. Rothwell was just beating the shit out of him. And finally, Copeland's corner stopped it. After the third round, they just retired him on the stool, and that's all she wrote. And Rothwell looked like he was like, oh, thank God. I see him going, is it over? Is it over? And he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, dude, because he threw like 100 punches at him and just mauled him. So, yeah, BKFC, man, it was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It was probably more entertaining than the UFC. And that's someone who don't really like bare knuckle boxing that much, but hey, when it's entertaining, I can't lie. For the UFC, the most entertaining fight on the card was probably the main event or the co-main event. And BKFC, the most exciting was probably the main event just because of the rivalry and they didn't like each other. But yeah, man, overall good night of fights. This prediction shit is hard, bro. That's 4 losing cards in a row. So I got a lot to think about. I don't like making these videos anyways, and then getting it all wrong sucks. But I'm going to keep doing it. So thank you for watching. The UFC predictions will either be out tonight or tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, peace.